Hello, me hearties. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, we were just waiting there for YouTube to catch up with us. Lovely to have you with us. And welcome to our Saturday night. 1 hour, 1 hour of superb, scintillating entertainment for not just one country, but all the countries of the world. Now, Lorna Jane's joined us. Gordon has joined us. That is fantastic. And who else have we got? Murray's joined us. Thank you, Murray. Lovely to have you with us. And welcome, I say. So there you are, I tell you. Now then, guys, remember I won't be responding to any of that. So there we go there. Lots and lots of you on Dinky-Doo. Murray, thank you very much for joining us. Dinky-Doo to you, I'd say. Good evening, Scottie, says the wonderful Tups Way. Lovely to have you with us, Tups, and a big Dinky-Doo. I say to you, how marvellous is that? Sadie's joined us as well. Scottie, hello from Bonnie Bridge, my friend. I tell you. Now then, who else have we got here? Robert, Dinky-Doo, Robert, lovely to have you with us, and welcome, I say to you. And Biggle, Kenneth as well, welcome, I tell you. Thank you very much. Good to have you all with us. Lots happening. Now, on the YouTube, you might be noticing something slightly different tonight, that we are under Glasgow Essentials. So there we are. Now, very important. Yes, you can't actually spam us, guys. So there we go. So once you've made your point, don't send any more or we have to mute you. All right? We don't want to be doing that. My goodness me. Amy has joined us as well on the YouTube channel. Welcome, I say. Tremendous. Now then, were you in Still Games, says Chef Sim? No, but apparently I was the original inspiration for Still Game. Incredible stuff. So there we go. I hope you managed to find us under our new name on the YouTube channel. Welcome, I say. Scottie McCLUE with you. Let's get rid of the shush people, I tell you. There we go. Fantastic. We'll get rid of them. Anybody that's on that's not quite doing what they should be doing, I tell you, we have to see to that. So there we go. Now then, what have we got here? Hang on a second, guys. I'll just have to deal with this, I think. Fantastic. Wonderful. So we'll mute. So that's better, isn't it? Yes, we'll do that. So there we are. All sorted out. Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. Now then, Anthony's joined us as well, and Carbolic77 has joined us tonight. Always like when Carbolic joins us. That's always good stuff, I tell you. Dinky-Doo to you, Mr. McClue. Where can I get a Dinky-Doo badge? They are like gold dust. But when we get 1 million followers on the TikTok and 1 million subscribers on the YouTube, then we are laughing. I can tell you, we are laughing. Tremendous. Now then, what else have we got here? Thank you for your hearts. Wadge has joined us. Dinky-Doo Wadge. Lovely to have you with us. Welcome to our Saturday night. Now, I want to hear from the YouTubers. Are you all right with the new Glasgow Essentials? It's to tie up with the new Facebook page for Glasgow Essentials. So there we are. Tremendous stuff. Now, who else have we got here? Hold on, guys. I'm just going to have to sort something out here. Oh, it's tragic. It's tragic. I don't like doing it, but there we go. Fantastic. Now, Dinky-Doo says, Bob, lovely to have with us. Bob Wadge is asking, how are things? Things are amazing, Wadge. If you go to the Facebook page at Glasgow Essentials, and then we've now got the YouTube channel at Glasgow Essentials, and that's what's going on there. Fantastic, I tell you. Now then, a very, very good evening to you, Tups. I hope you're going to give us a call tonight. And what we're hoping to do is also get a lot of students involved with Glasgow Essentials. So if you know any students, particularly art and music and drama students and that kind of stuff, I tell you, Fantastic. Just discovered you and your boss mate, Alfie. Thank you very much. I'm sure you are boss as well. So there we are. The cool old guy. People go, is that the cool old guy on the TikTok? Glasgow Essentials, just to make sure I've got the name correct. Yes, indeed, Glasgow Essentials, at Glasgow Essentials on the Facebook, and then everything will fall into place. You will see the tie-up. How's tricks, Scottie? We are amazing. Thank you for joining us. Who do you support? I support everyone. I think it's incredible. Connell says, how are we doing? We're great, Connell. Guys, tell us where you're watching from. I think that's the important thing. So there ain't this my, oh yes, Dinky-Doo from Blair. There we are. Opinions on reform. We don't do politics. We don't waste our time with any of that because we've got big picture thinking to do. Florida in the USA, says Jason. Jason, welcome from Florida, I tell you. And what football team do you support, Celtic or Rangers? Well, I don't really know anything about them. I'm a Greenock Morton man. Mon the ton, I tell you. Connell says he's in Ireland. We love that, I tell you. Where are you from, says Adam? I'm from Scotland, Adam. I'm a Scotsman. There we are. A bonny tune, Scottie. Brynbreed says, good evening from Bournemouth. Lovely to have you with us from Bournemouth, Neil. Tremendous stuff. Whereabouts in Scotland are you from? From the Central Belt. Yes, indeed, but of Highland parentage. So we've got the lot there, I tell you. Where are you originally from? Originally from Scotland, from Greenock in Scotland, I tell you. So there we go. Hey, says Ellie, absolutely. Who's your favourite Scottish football player? Oh, I'm not really a football man, to be honest with you. There we are. But I like my local team. I like the Ton. Mon the Ton! And I liked the St Mirren last week. I thought or was it the week before? I thought they did an amazing thing, I tell you. Scottie the legend. Do you like rugby? Yes, I used to play rugby. I was a tight head prop, down first. Boom! There we are. I'm from Belfast in Northern Ireland. Isn't that lovely? And support Glasgow Rangers, says Samuel. Right, Samuel. Amazing stuff. Scottie, I've listened to you for years. Keep on keeping on. We love the Glasgow Warriors. Do you like Donald Trump? I don't like Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump. I think he's incredible. There we are. What do you work at, says Connell. I work at social media, Connell. There we are. Social media and education, radio, television, all that sort of stuff. There we are. And I've worked in opera. I've worked on the ferries. Oh, you name it. McClue's been there and done it. Fantastic. But a lot more to do. Do not think I have done it all. There we are. Fantastic. Now then, Rangers FC 24. There are Bailey Dinky-Doo. How lovely to have you with us. I tell you, did you work on Calmac? No, I worked on the little ferries for a wonderful gentleman called Mr. Ritchie. And Ritchie's ferries were well known on the Clyde. Hello, Scottie. Keep up the good work. Rab, lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, I say to you, what age are you? Well, Connell, I'm a time traveler. So I could be between 1 and 2 million years old. But in earthly years, I'm approaching 70. Now, there we go. Rangers game against Aberdeen may get called off tomorrow because of the weather, says Amy. We shall see, Amy. We'll find out what's happening, I tell you. JM says, how old are you, Scottie? You're just wondering if I'm too old to be the first minister of the first independent Scotland. Do you think Greenock was better in the 80s? I think Greenock was amazing in the 50s and 60s. I tell you, Greenock's having a terribly tough time. DJ Stevie Boy says, you don't look 70. I thought you were mid-50s. DJ Stevie Boy, you can come back anytime. Was that the Dunoon ferry? They did go to Dunoon for the newspapers in the morning, but it was Gourock to Helensburgh. Do you wear that cap all the time? All the time. There we are. I once took it off. You will see me. I'm a bit baldy. You will see me in the very occasional pop-up video without it. So I tell you, do you remember the parrot? I have the same cap, says Connell. Good one, Connell. Scottie, this is amazing. I could listen to you all day. Jason, you're very, very kind. That's very good of you. Best wishes from Stephen Bell in St. Helens. Night Owls, we love you in St. Helens. And of course, I used to broadcast to St. Helens. Who's in the picture behind you? That's Lord Reith the Labrador. There he is, called after the chap that founded the BBC. Helensburgh was a great wee town back in the day. So was Greenock. So you had the Gourock to Helensburgh ferry, and people would travel over it. It was an old route, and until 1949, it was worked by an old paddle steamer from 1888, built at TB Seath in Rutherglen, the Lucy Ashton, because North British Railway steamers were called after characters from Sir Walter Scott. And that's why you've still got to this day the Waverley, the present Waverley, the last seagoing paddle steamer in the world, in wonderful condition due to the work of all these tremendous people over the years. And the Waverley replaced the first Waverley that was bombed at Dunkirk during the evacuation of the British troops, getting the British Expeditionary Force and all these troops out of France and off the beach. And the Waverley got bombed. But here's a lovely thing. The guy who was actually the captain of the ship that got bombed, I think that was 1941. Was it 1940? Dunkirk, 1940. And in 1947, they built the present Waverley, and a dear old friend of mine was in charge of putting the engines in. He made the engines, he and his workforce. I love it. I'm originally from Loch Lomond, and I'd love to see the Maid of the Loch sail again. Well, the Maid of the Loch also had engines by Rankin and Blackmore, and the Maid of the Loch was built by A and J Ingalls at Point House, Govan in Glasgow, and she was taken round to Loch Lomond in kit form. But some of the earlier Loch Lomond steamers, they chose an annual tide to get them up the Leven and into Loch Lomond. And one, they had to ask all the school children from one of the schools to come and stand on her to keep her down to go under a bridge. Bonnie says, are you gay? Not to my knowledge, Bonnie. I think I would probably have found out by now. So I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm from Jedburgh. Have you been to the Borders before? I used to drive through Jedburgh every Monday afternoon on my way from East Lothian to Sheffield. What about that? Could you shout out? I can't, Jessica. We don't shout out political parties. So there we have it. Sorry about that, I tell you. Now, who have we got here? Legends, says Alfie. Alfie, you're very, very kind. Scottie, how many countries have you been to? Well, JW, pardon me, I'm not terribly well travelled out with the UK, but I've been to Scotland, England, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Wales, France, Belgium, Germany, Austria, Österreich, Holland. Where else have I been? I didn't quite make Spain. I've done Portugal and Crete. I was in Crete. I've been to Greece. So I've been to some countries, but I'm still not terribly well traveled, I have to say. Scottie, we remember we used to listen to you at Century FM back in the day. Night Owl, Century FM. 5.5 million people. Fantastic. So there we go. We loved it. And once we build up Glasgow Essentials, I would like to get to 1 million on Glasgow Essentials. We've been up 2 weeks and we're coming up to 2,000. So let's do 2,000 on Glasgow Essentials Facebook by the end of tonight. That would be quite nice, I tell you. A friend of mine once said to me, Neil, you don't look like a 70-year-old, but you must have done it one time. We love it, Neil. You are a great guy. I tell you, that's what it is about. Now then, who else have we got here? Thank you, Scott. Wonderful. Dinky-Doo. Okay, no problem, says Jessica. Yes, Rangers fan. Yes, indeed. Are you a lefty or a righty? I'm absolutely bang in the center. Right in the middle. I don't do left or right because that's not what we are needing in our politics. We're needing serious repair jobs. Yes. And it won't happen through the left and the right. Tell you that. Because the right one doesn't seem to know what the left one's doing and vice versa. There we have it. Yes, we do, Rangers FC. Thank you. Could you shout out my dog? Yes, I could shout out your dog. Whoa! DJ Stevie Boy has just given me a wonderful heart. Thank you very much for that, Stevie. That's very good of you. I've never been out of Europe either, says Amy. Still not been to America, but I want to go to New York one day. Well, Amy, I've been told by our lovely brothers and sisters in America that I would absolutely clean up audience-wise if I went on radio and television in America. Wow. But I think let's get Glasgow Essentials up and running first. So if you've got access to Facebook at Glasgow Essentials and get on to the YouTube channel, yes, youtube.com/@Glasgow Essentials, and get subscribing, and we will build this for you. As I say, we're only 2 weeks old. Fascinating. My dad had a wee boat on the loch, and that was our holidays every year, all the wee islands. After the Maid of the Loch, my old boss bought what was then the Countess of Breadalbane, and he bought her. I'd left by then, so I missed it. But I remember I was at the wheel of the Granny Kempuk. That was his big flagship, a 65-foot MFV. And we passed the Countess Breadalbane at Gourock Pier, and I said, how many would it take to run that? Because there were 4 of a crew on, and he went, you and me. You and me. Anyway, I'd left, but he bought the Countess of Breadalbane, and then after he passed away, she was sold on. She did some cruising, I think, up round Iona, and then she went as the Countess Fiona, owned by, was it Bass Beers? Bass Charrington, I think, the Countess Fiona, and she was the cruise ship on Loch Lomond. So there you have it. Amazing. They'd love you in the States, Scottie. So there you go. I won't do the second bit, Amy. I never got a notification tonight, Scottie. Susan, that's strange. You know, the title's changed, of course, but I don't think that should be anything to do with it. So just check your settings. Send me a notification when SCOTTIE McCLUE goes live. And you'll notice we are Glasgow Essentials on the YouTube channel. Fantastic. And Glasgow Essentials on Facebook. What part of Ireland? All of it. I did a full tour right down to the bottom, to the Ring of Kerry, to Clonakilty, to Cork. Loved it. Loved it. Could just have stepped off the world and lived there. The Irish people won't like me thinking I'm saying step off the world, but they'll know what I mean. Yes, indeed. I tell you. Are you keeping the name Glasgow Essentials? Yes, Amy. We are now Glasgow Essentials, and we're purely Glasgow orientated. But as you know, the diaspora, is that the right term? The diaspora for Glasgow is all over the world. And I just want to build a channel for Glasgow. So there we go. I tell you, thank you, Cody Boy. That is very kind of you. I spoke to you on the radio many moons ago. Good to see you on Betfair. Thank you. Have you been to Greece and the Isle of Crete? I've just been to Crete, and I loved every second of it. Wonderful. And there was a wonderful story. It turned out that the person that owned the hotel was a big SCOTTIE McCLUE fan. I'll tell you the story someday. Wonderful. I couldn't believe it. Dinky-Doo, Sir SCOTTIE McCLUE, a happy new year. Mr. Potato Heat, how lovely to have you with us. And welcome, 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 I say. Guys, remember you can give us a call on either 01416289795. I'm trying to set up a WhatsApp so that students of the universities and the colleges and keen members of the public can send me some videos, and we'll put them up on the Facebook page. So have a look at the Facebook page right now. One little video's got 75,000 views, and we're only 2 weeks old. What does that tell you? So there were. So Crete, I absolutely adored it. The people were beautiful. Beautifully laid back. We could learn a thing or two about being a little bit more laid back from the Cretans. I can tell you that. So happy new year to you. Lovely to have you with us. Thank you, Potato Heat. Now, what else have we got? We're busy tonight, guys. Busy. Have you sipped champagne on a yacht? Well, I won't be sipping champagne again. I actually have. I've even had a dram on a yacht, but I won't be sipping champagne now because I don't take alcohol. There we are. I've got my coffee, you see. You for coffee? There we are. No problem. That's lush, guys, I can tell you. Thank you very much. I won't be needing you again tonight, Johnson. No, not at all. Coffee's beautiful. Outstanding. Yes, good night, Johnson. So there we are. That's Johnson, the butler. I'm just telling him he can go off now and enjoy himself. I tell you, yes, I do, Rangers FC. I've told you that. Do you like Kamala Harris? I don't know her. We haven't been introduced. Scotty, where did you have holiday homes back in the day? Well, I more or less didn't have holiday homes. I stayed with friends. And they used to say to me, why don't you just come and stay with us, for goodness sake? Take some time off. And I've never really had any time off, you know? Never really had any time off, I tell you. It's very, because the time I do, I rather like it, I tell you. Now then, my grandsister's dog did a triple backflip down the stairs. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So there we are. Up ya boya. There we are. What's the YouTube called? Same as Facebook. Yes, the YouTube is youtube.com/@Glasgow Essentials. That's not too difficult. And we will build that for you. And then, if you're all very, very, very good, and I mean very good, no misbehavior, no checking up, we might go live for you and do either the breakfast show or the phone in or both. How would that be? What would you rather, a breakfast show or a phone in? Because what I'm getting back in terms of feedback, no matter what radio stations are doing these days, it's very much a jukebox. It's very much the same old. And people are getting fed up. And what you'll notice, look at the comments on the, I thought I'd get a few more haters. Did you grow up in Glasgow? I grew up with Glasgow. I grew up in Greenock and then went to Glasgow to study. But Glasgow was my sort of stamping ground. A wee drap of the Adams Ale, says the wonderful Murray O'Donnell. Is it not Lambert the butler? Ha ha, Amy, I see what you just did there. No, it's Johnson. Johnson is the butler. I'm watching in bed with a broken leg, Scottie. Susan, what have you done? It would be terribly difficult to watch without your broken leg, I have to say. But I am just so sorry to hear this. What have you done? I hope you didn't fall on the ice. Hello from Allness in the Highlands. Used to love your show many years ago when I lived in Glasgow. Get that show back, Scottie. Harry, I know exactly where you are because I had friends in Kildare. Do you know Kildare? And Balnagowan and Milton. And I used to go up a lot and see them, and up to Invergordon for a treat. Are you the guy from Harry Potter's body? Yes, I am Professor Dumbledore. Have you still got a Christmas card behind you, Scottie? Amy, should they be down? Shall we take down the Christmas cards? I know the decorations come down, but the cards, do the cards come down? There we are. I did fall in the ice, Scottie. Susan, you must be careful, Angel. I hope it's not too bad a break and that it knits well. And I send you love and I send you strength, as always. I remember when Bonnie Prince Charlie ordered a Rob Roy in Longmuir. Wow, Guy Canadian style. I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you later. Well, is your house, keep it up what you want. No, Amy. I need to know, should the cards be down? And if so, we can do them. We can do them down. We can take them down. Do you want independence? Yes, of course. Who would not want independence? But remember, it's not independence from England. It just means that we don't get run from Westminster. That's the difference. So don't be thinking Scottish nationalists are like English nationalists. They're not, you know. But everybody in Scotland needs to be 100% behind the Crown. And the ones that go, I'm not doing that, I don't like them, they're killing independence for Scotland, right? So the only way for independence is for every Scot to say, no, Crown's fabulous. We know it's Scottish. We don't mind. And then go for full fiscal autonomy. That's it. And run our own affairs. Because Westminster are clueless about Scotland. And for years, they've robbed Scotland blind. And we know it. 90 billion or 98 billion Scotland gave to Westminster last year. Tut, tut, tuttity, tut, 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 tut. So there we have it. Do you like fabulous? We are fabulous. That's what it's all about. You take your tree down after 12 days. I'm not sure about the cards. Right, who knows about if the Christmas cards can stay up or come down? We need to be told. It's only fair, I say. There we have it now. Good evening, Scottie from Cumbernauld. How are you? We love Cumbernauld. Hello, Scottie. It's one of your oldest fans from Ibrox. Lena, I've just done a wee video about Ibrox. What height are you, Scottie? Well, I was just under 6 foot, but the last time I got measured, I'd lost a wee bit of height. Now, I can only assume that I've come down as I've gone out. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So there we have it. Now, what have we got? Oh, busy. There we are. Now, there we are. Yes, absolutely. ABB, CCC, DDD. There we go. Do you stay fabulous? Oh, all the time. I tell you. Are you still working? I am, Luke. Yes, of course. Why would I not be? Good evening, Scottie. Lovely to see you, says Angela Wellness. Angela, I love your new handle. Scottie, I've missed you for years from the radio program. I know, but we're coming back. Dinky-Doo, Happy New Year, Scottie. Happy New Year, Mark. Scottie, a reform the only thing that will stop the crisis with the boat people? Well, you see, in Scotland, we don't have a crisis with the boat people. And if Scotland was independent, then we would not even be connected at all with the boat people. You're very fabulous. I tell you, thank you very much for boy. Dinky-Doo, Happy New Year, Scottie McClue. Guys, just send me one. Angela, just send me one. I mean, you're different. I won't block you, but just send me one message and then we'll get that. We need a physical border between Scotland and England. No, we don't, you see. There's no requirement for that at all. It should be the same as it was in Ireland prior to all that Brexit nonsense. But I don't think we should be going back into Europe again either. You know, they're a funny lot, I tell you. No, we don't need an actual barrier. We just need to be not run from Westminster. Last year, 98 billion in 1 year. Yes, Ian. That's what Scotland gave to Westminster for squandering. Dinky-Doo, Happy New Year, Scottie McClue, Happy New Year, Marco. They have to come down, says Ian. Dinky-Doo, Happy New Year. I remember you. Dinky-Doo. Now then, do you think premierships don't know? I can't tell. See me, I'm just an ordinary guy. How come your eyes are pinpoint? Would it be the morphine you're on? Well, we're not on morphine, so we know it's not that. And we're not on anything else, so we know it's not that. So, Reese, you mustn't assume other people have your lifestyle. You see? I tell you. Now, what else have we got? Do you stay Valium? No, we don't do any of that. Now, what have we got? Brexit. I tell you. There we are. Now, I'm getting a heart from Ike. I tell you, Ike. Thank you for my beautiful flame heart. 4 of them. Ike sent me 4 flame hearts, guys, on the TikTok. We've got 5,000 likes. The record for 1 year, I thought this was Sean Connery. Oh, yes. I wish I was. Well, no, I don't wish I was because poor old Sean's gone now. Cole! Hello, you're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Oh, Scottie, it's a rather unwell Topsway.
Oh, Tops, what's up, son?
Well, last week I had the start of a cold and it's still here. It's not going away. But you were discussing old steamers, so I thought that was you summoning me.
Yes, good hell, very good. I see what you just did there. An old steamer.
That's me. No man's put me down yet, Scottie. I can still do the zingers.
You can do the comebacks. Wonderful. How are you apart from that?
Mm-hmm.
Apart from all that?
I'm hanging in there. Fortunately, Mrs. Tups is absolutely immune. She's made a granite or something.
Ah, so she's not picked it up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because I do all the cooking, Mrs. Tups literally doesn't know how to turn the cooker on.
Good for Mrs. Tups. Well done. That's what she's telling you.
We've been living on toast and stuff.
Once you go away on some sort of male-only stag party, Mrs. Tups will maybe prepare the table for 10 of her friends.
Oh, yeah, 10 Chippendale dancers and stuff like that. I bet you it's a bacchanalian orgy. You're absolutely right.
She'll be cutting you off in a minute. She'll say, stop that nonsense. It's not funny. Tups, what are you thinking of my new title, Glasgow Essentials?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, if I was a paid booker, then believe me, I'd be all over it like a cheap suit.
I'll tell you.
I'll get Mrs. Pups to join.
Well, tell her to have a look to join, because the Facebook page is amazing. It's been up for 2 weeks and we've got just under a couple of thousand. In fact, I would hope by tonight we'd have a couple of thousand followers. And I popped up a little video the other day, 75,000 of it a look.
Wow, that's really
one little video. I popped into the tune and sort of, vox popped a few people, and it's gone down superbly. And people are saying to me now all the time, please try and get a radio station and come back on.
Well, if I ever see you pounding the streets in Glasgow, I wouldn't bother you.
No, do bother me. Come up and do a wee interview. We'd love it. And then we'd pop you up. You can pull up your anorak and your hood, and I better not say anorak. I said to some people, to off these anoraks, and they were going, you're what?
That's right, yeah. No, I'll wear, like, I don't know. I don't know. I've just realised my chat's absolutely rubbish.
Not at all. Not at all. No, I was just wondering if you'd found it okay, if you'd got an acknowledgement. It's not an acknowledgement, a notification,
Oh, yeah. I got a notification. It was a wee bit late because you'd started. But you know me, I hold myself in readiness for
well, don't worry. The start was a bit of nonsense tonight. I got a tiny coughing fit, and I had to wait for the YouTube to catch up. So I'm staring at the TikTok, just staring at it,
Oh, that'll be sinister. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have too much to talk about. But yeah, you discussed the Waverley, and they used that in an emergency evacuation of troops.
Well, that was Waverley. The first Waverley. I think there might even have been 3, but anyway, like there's been 4 Glen Sannoxes.
Right.
One was a 1920. Sorry.
I had a shot of steering the Glen.
Yes, the big old diesel one.
Yeah, I actually steered that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Built at Ailsa Shipyard in Troon in 1957.
Yeah, I used to have mentioned before. My father had a small business in the shipbuilding ancillary to the shipbuilding industry.
Yeah, brilliant.
So I worked for him for a dreadful year in the late 80s. So I know I went to Ailsa way too many times.
Wonderful.
My father's firm actually painted the roof. So when you were flying into Prestwick, and the roof of the shipyard at Ailsa Perth, and I had a little bit to do with that.
You were doing that. Was your summer job. I worked with my father as an apprentice, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
The thing is, I'm work shy, Scottie. So there's very few things that I'm any good at.
Well, you see, the jobs I've had, you've got to make sure you're good at it, or it won't happen. Even the ferries, I remember in all weathers, they used to put the bow against the ladder at Helensburgh Pier, and I would shoot up that ladder like a wee monkey with a rope, and that sort of stuff. So you had to step off the boat, and I was only a youngster, you know what I mean? But it was great training. I think I'm sorry when people say, "Oh no, young people, you don't want them." That would be slave labor and stuff like that. And it's the best thing for young people was to get a Saturday job. I remember talking to a lady and I said, "Did you have a Saturday job?" She said, "Oh yes, I was number 2 on the pick and mix counter."
Well, they say that hard work is character building. I'm not so sure, Scottie. I mean, my character was perfectly formed when I was 14 years old.
When you were 4.
Well, yeah, no, I would say 14. I formed my interests and basically my personality when I was 14. Anything else that's added to that is an unsightly carbuncle. So I don't need hard work to build my character. My character was just fine the way it was.
It was fine. You were quite happy sitting in the couch. Absolutely. Now, what I was thinking, the lovely story, this actually. The captain of the Waverley, when she was bombed at Dunkirk, was Captain John Cameron. And when Captain Cameron, when the new Waverley came out after World War II, 1947, they gave the command to Captain Cameron. Is that not beautiful?
Wow.
John Cameron. And he was a remarkable man. I met him. He had a DSC, a Distinguished Service Cross. And he also was given a Royal Naval rank. That's how good he was. He wasn't given Royal Naval Captain, because that's like massively up there. But he was given, I think probably Lieutenant Commander, something like that, Royal Naval rank. And the next thing, I remember John Cameron, he didn't retire till about 1970, and he was the captain of the Queen Mary II, the one that's in Glasgow now, built in 1933 at Denny's, turbine. So he could do paddlers, turbines, a lot. And there's even a little YouTube of Captain Cameron talking about, he was a deep sea man and work was quite tight. And somebody said, why don't you apply for the local, the Caledonian Steam Packet Company, or it'd be probably the London and North Eastern Railway? And sure, they gave him a command.
Well, I don't know if I've mentioned this. I don't think I have. I once got shipwrecked off the town of Millport.
No!
For anyone who doesn't know it, it's very hard to get shipwrecked.
Well, no, it's actually not, because there's a lot of rocks in that bay. You've got to know your way in.
Well, no, this was just an issue on my part. I was in my mid-20s and I had access to a speedboat at the time. So I went down to the yacht haven at Largs, and it's a haven for a reason, because the hills around it keep it away. It was a beautiful sunny day. Of course, I'm an idiot. I didn't check the weather. Went out on this. I found out later it was a force 9 gale, despite no
force 9. That you don't go out in that.
And I'm heading across, because my plan was just to go to the town of Millport and tie up. But as I'm about half a mile out, the waves are getting so scary that I was in my mid-20s at the time, and I was so primally terrified, I literally said the word mummy out loud. I don't think,
I mean, we'll see if any of our ocean-going people back me up, but I don't think youngsters should be out in anything, say, above a force 5.
No, I know, I'm an absolute idiot.
You're not an idiot. No, we all do daft things.
Because it's a speedboat, it's a steering wheel and a throttle, so it's kind of like a car without brakes.
Oh, a speedboat. Now, the problem with a speedboat, if a wind gets under that hull.
Oh, absolutely. Well, the thing is, the waves were coming side on, and it was threatening to roll. But if I turned, it would have definitely rolled. It was ditching into the water. The propeller was coming out and over revving, because the engine relies on the water.
No, stop! You're making me seasick now.
It was awful. But I looked over, and near where the ferry ties up, there was a windsurfing school, and of course they're all going warp factor 10, because of the wind. But the safety boat for there, I managed to go over there without rolling, and the guy was just an absolute sweetheart. He tied me up, took me in, and he said at the end I'll be finished at 7, and I can give it a shot of bailing it out and getting the boat back. And so I hung about for 7 o'clock. He came with a dry suit, which I was just wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
What are you like?
I'm an idiot, Scotty. But he came with a dry suit, and he bailed the boat out, and he managed to start it. And
he bailed you out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I followed in his wake all the way back to Largs Yacht Haven. So he saved the boat as well. But I have never been so scared in my entire life.
You do. You actually get a fright. I mean, I capsized in a sailing boat one time, and I had to. My weight was upsetting the balance of the upturned boat, and there was a couple of young people. So I got back in the water and hung on to the bow and said to them, just sit back up there.
Oh, that's very noble of you.
Well, no, it was the thing to do because they were looking anxious, with my weight. It was tipping it.
No, that's bat shaming, Scottie. I'd have thrown them overboard to the shark.
And I lost my glasses, a pair of gold spectacles, right to the bottom of the lake.
You should have sent the young'uns down there, get them to work for it. Listen, Scottie, I'm going to go. My chat's
top man, your chat's amazing. It always is. You take care of your dear self, and Dinky-Doo.
Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Speak to you soon, la. That's our tops were here. Now, what am I doing here? Let me see. You've got to see your screen sometimes. See what's happening. So if I do that, I get back to that. And that's wonderful. Get well soon, Mrs. Tups. Have a good dram, says Murray. That'll sort it. Murray, you're a great one for the cure. You're an alchemist. Murray, what are you like? Guys, Murray, right, has just sent me £20. Murray has sent £20. Now, I ask you, is that not incredible? £20. What do you do with that? Oh, thank you, Murray. Murray, I don't know what to say now. That's so kind of you. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that? Hello, you're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
It's your boss, Scottie.
Oh!
I think it is.
It's
the boss man. You're not the heat boss man.
Professor Numpty-Heat, how are we?
Now, first things first, Scottie. You need to get that receptionist changed. You need a livable laddie, Scottie. Somebody like me that can answer.
Somebody like yourself, because I'll tell you. Now, how are you coping with Glasgow Essentials?
Do you realise I've been waiting you answering that phone for ages?
Yes, I know.
Yes. Well,
busy.
Are you going to deal with it?
Oh, of course we're dealing with it, but far more importantly, how is an Edinburgh man coping with Glasgow Essentials?
Well, Scottie, I was scunnered.
Scunnered.
Now, there's a word for you.
There's a great word.
Now, what does it mean, Scottie? Because how is it?
To be scunnered is you've just had enough of the whole thing.
Well, here, ken what? I was scunnered, ken how?
Ken.
Because a taxi driver remembers you.
Oh, no.
No, I think he remembers you because he was a passenger in a pram.
Listen, Murray has just said, Numpty-Heat, Happy New Year, sir. Is that not lovely? And Murray has been giving me the largesse tonight, 2 weeks running.
Wow, that's wonderful. And we love Murray. We've
always loved Murray, but not just for that reason. Absolutely. We love Murray anyway.
Absolutely. We're fond of Murray.
We're fond of Murray. And you're no stranger to the largesse yourself, Professor Numpty. Oh, go on then.
All right then. Scottie, you said earlier you were measured again and you were smaller.
Yes, I've lost a bit of height.
I know the reason why.
Go on.
You took your high heels off.
Now remember, not everybody's got your lifestyle.
Well, how did you manage to become smaller?
I don't know. Maybe I took off my zip-up boots. Remember them?
You did take your high heels off. Tell the truth. Now, Scottie, there's another thing I need to tell you about.
Go on, Numpty.
The time I bought your video.
Yes.
Now, oh dear, wait till I tell you, because I want an apology for you, Scottie.
For me, right?
Aye.
This had better be good.
I was in the shop, Scottie. You tell me I like my shopping, eh?
Yes.
I like the shopping channels, all that stuff. But I was out before the shopping channels came, and I was out in a year. You remember the pick and mix, Scottie? Any 3 items. One
Pick and
pound.
mix. My wee chum in the theatre, she'd started as the assistant on Saturday mornings at a very well-known store where everything was sixpence, and she was on the pick and mix.
Right, fair enough. But here I'm talking about the time your video just came out. And I'm sure she wasn't on the tools then.
I don't think she was.
Why? You're pick and mix, Scottie. Well, somebody had done a fly one and picked up one of your video covers, right? And they changed their mind when they were passing the pick and mix, and they put the video cover down.
Oh!
And nobody walks past after them, and sees the sign. Any 3 items, £1. Pick and mix. I thought, I'll have that. Barry chocolate and that. Barry chocolate and that video. Well, here, they're not getting bothered.
Did you get bothered?
The video wasn't part of the pick and mix.
Wow.
You know.
Can I tell you an absolute...
They thought I was trying to steal it because it was a #1 seller.
#1 seller. Can I tell you the absolute truth? I, out of interest, phoned...
That'll be a first.
It'll be a first, the absolute truth. I phoned one of the stores because some said, you know, the video is selling out. I said, it can't be. So I phoned one of the stores. I said, do you have the Scottie McCLUE video? And he goes like this, I swear to you, Numpty, I would not tell you a lie, right? I wouldn't tell anybody a lie, but I certainly wouldn't tell you one. And I said to you,
because nothing gets past me.
no, nothing gets past you. Your sins find you out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I said to him, are you going to let me talk for a change? I said,
only if you hurry up.
Right, well, I'm hurrying up. I said, have you got any Scottie McCLUE? He said, I have one. Do you want me to put it aside for you? You'll have to tell me now. And that's the truth. I have one. And that's all one of the big stores had left.
Kim, what you should have done, Scottie, you could have had a laugh there. You missed a trick. You remember there was an advert for the, let's call them the colourful pages, where a boy phones up and he's looking for a fishing book.
Yes.
And when they say, all right, we'll put it aside for you, can I take your name? And he gives his name, it turns out he's still
he was the author. If he'd said to me, I will put it, I'll put it aside for you. What's your name? Scottie McCLUE.
That would have been a great advert.
Oh, that would have been a goodie, wouldn't it? Do you have any Scottie McCLUE videos?
Now you've changed your name to Glasgow Essentials.
Glasgow Essentials.
I have to do a new voiceover for you, Scottie.
You will indeed. And I just thought to myself, Glasgow Essentials, 2 weeks on the Facebook, and the page is just going crazy at Glasgow Essentials.
Listen to this. I've been practicing this for the last 2 minutes.
Right.
The Scottie McCLUE phone in now on Glasgow Essentials.
Oh, wow. Oh,
now available from your best Play stores.
Oh. You've not lost your touch, I'll tell you that.
Listen, before I go, Scottie, you
yes.
know what's been worrying me?
What's worrying you, Sal?
You know this weather is causing power cuts something in the country.
Yes.
Well, what worries me is, what if we got a power cut at 5 to 10 when you're trying to buy booze at
numpty heat. You've been sitting with candles and paraffin lamps for years. What would you know about a power cut?
My candles, I'll tell you, they've been lying there that long, they've turned mouldy. There we are. Now then, it's nearly 10 o'clock and you've got a lot of people to talk to.
I have, and I've never heard so much nonsense in all my life.
Before I
go on.
Scottie, you got to listen.
I'm listening.
A wee special mention to Susan. She says, oh, Numpty, he's late tonight. Well, listen, Susan, Numpty, he's like an angel. He's always around you. There you are.
I'm filling up now. That's too much. Night, night.
All right then, away you go and stop talking rubbish.
Oh, never heard so much nonsense in all my life. There we are. That's our Numpty Head. What a guy. Guys, we are a bit tight for time. I'm just spotting that there. I'm noticing. I tell you, Dee, thank you very much for your kindness. There we are, and for all your kindness. I tell you, but you'll know why we can't go mentioning everything. There's Thomas. Scottie, where is your Celtic tap? It's in the Celtic Basin. So there we have it. I tell you. Happy New Year, sir, said Murray to Numpty. We've told him that. Murray, I can't thank you enough for your kindness. That's just amazing. There's the wonderful Joanna. Evening. Hope you're well. Thank you, Joanna. I've been reading so much stuff, I didn't manage to see that. It's madness, I tell you, says Susan. Thanks very much, Murray. There we go. Murray's looking after tups on here. You're such lovely, kind people. Murray, I hope you like the new Glasgow Essentials. I think it's going to be huge. I saw some Easter eggs. So there you go. Right. I'll take the cards down before our next broadcast, guys. I promise. I promise you. That's what it's all about. Now, who else have we got? Thank you for following. Thank you for joining us. There we go. Who's that? Chrissy says, love you. Love you, Chrissy. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. So there we have it. I've done a couple of videos, one at Ibrox, one at Parkhead. There we are. So everybody will have to just keep guessing. Ashley, Dinky-Doo, I tell you, they were, says Amy, I'm sure I walked past a shop the other day. They were selling Easter eggs. So there we go. My goodness me. There's Murray with the big orange banner. Already signed up. Love the wee videos. Keep them coming. Thank you, Murray. And maybe someday I'll be fortunate enough to interview your good self. And we can have a bit of the chit chat with a CH. That would be just fantastic. Who else have we got? You're a good egg. Thank you, Chrissy. So are you. Chrissy says Scottie's no a bun. The wife calls me hun. Well, it's wonderful. Thank you for signing up, Murray. That is brilliant. And it's just 2 weeks of it. And I'll say one of the videos, 75,000. Where's that come from? Just missed you in the Central Station the other day. Wow, Murray. Absolutely amazing. What's seriously humbling me, Murray, is the number of people that recognize you immediately. And come up, oh, Scottie, you okay? Hey. Some boys walked past, and they weren't old guys. And they walked past with Scottie McCLUE there. Did you see him? Where? Oh, aye. Chrissy says, try being married to an Englishman. I think that's something I'll probably give it a bit of a miss. I've got to go. I love you all. Night, night. Wow. The time just flies. My darlings, thank you for a beautiful show. And to all our lovely, lovely YouTubers, good night. God bless Dinky-Doo and ta-ra, lads. Ta-ta.